G'day guys, another video today. Gonna be soldering up a heap of connectors and wiring some stuff up, hopefully not set fire to anything. Alright guys, so here we go. So I've got my wire stripped back, my connectors ready to go, and basically you're going to wire positive and negative. See that? There we go. Wiring positive, negative, and straight into the fridge. So, actually no, that's not going to work too well. I need a bit of space. You need to make sure you leave enough space for the solder to go, so it's not going to melt over the top of your plastic cover on your wires. So this could be a bit of a mission. Bit of a fiddly fucking job. So there we go. So just like that. Looks a bit dodgy at the moment. And slip the solder straight over the top, just like that. Alright, so here we go. Hopefully I don't burn anything. You want to give yourself a bit of room. And just take your time with it. Just watch out for anything that's sort of melting a hole or anything in there. So here we go. It's all starting to shrink down now, so I don't know if anyone can see this or not very well, but I guess we're just seeing on it. Also cool down a bit because the wires are getting a little bit hot. The only problem I have with these guys is that sometimes they tend to melt the plastic covering, so the heat shrink itself actually melts and you get a hole in. So you just got to be really careful not to overdo it with the heat. Just keep an eye on your temperatures and stuff, and where you're waving this stupid wand. So we'll just try and get in there. You can have a good look there. So the heat shrink has shrunk, but I don't think the solder in the middle has quite melted down to where I'm happy. The little pull test, it's not going anywhere, so it seems alright. The only way to really tell is chuck a multimeter on and just make sure that everything's connected up properly. So anyway, I'll solder on, literally. There's a hook. There we go, now you're melting in. Beautiful. That's pretty good. I'm really happy with that one. Now for the other one, the positive. Always positive, mate. Always positive. Yep, there we go. There goes the solder on that one. That was quite easy. There we go. I'm just going to double check because I think I might have burnt a hole through that one. No, seems okay. Quick test. Sheets together. Beautiful. get in here and have a bit of a close up look. There we go, guys. That's what it's supposed to look like when it's done, I'm pretty sure. Everything seems nice and solidly attached. It's all covered in. Beautiful. So basically what I'm doing here, guys, making this up, because it's custom, so I didn't buy like a pre-made one. I've got 6 USB ports, so you know I've got lots of things to charge, phones, tablets, drone batteries, all that bullshit. So these came all separate, so I got the face panel and the 3 sockets. Cost me about 60 bucks, so pretty expensive. It's cheaper to buy the pre-made ones, but the pre-made ones you don't get the choice of what you get. So the only pre-made one I could find had one USB, one SIG socket, and the other like the 12 volt gauge. So it's not really any good to me. So I'm making one of my own. It's cost me about 60 bucks. Normally you can pick them up for about $40 from JCar. Maybe even cheaper, I guess. But them's the brakes, and it's probably, I don't want to wait for anything off of eBay, because at the moment with all the bullshit that's going on in the world, it'll take 1,000 years to get here and I'll be dead by then. Would have died from the coronavirus injection. Which I'm not against having, by the way. I just want to see how many people die from it first. So if you want to be a guinea pig, let me know how you go. Alright, so just doing a simple crimp style. So just that, so it's not coming off, and pop a bit of heat shrink over there just to seal it up. Just to make it look a bit more like I didn't do it. Because that's always a good thing when it comes to insurance. If I didn't do it, then I'll probably be covered. Yeah, look at that, mate. Just like I bought one that I didn't make myself. So that's always a good thing. Like I say, if I didn't make it, chances are they'll cover me in the insurance. Now, in theory, this is going to fit. Because if it isn't, I got to make it again. Oh, look at that. The tight, come on mate, yes. So it looks like one that I made myself, but it's not, if anyone asks. Beautiful. So that's that done, mate. Like a dinner. Alright, so just the last little bit to go on the back of here. So positive and negative, just so I can run it down to my fuse panel and down to my batteries, because it's kind of pointless not having them hooked up. And yes, this is fucking dodgy. Down here you are. So the one thing I have found with these is that the actual heat shrink will shrink at a much lower temperature than the solder will melt. So you stand the risk of yeah, melting everything, melting a hole in your heat shrink, and then you gotta, you know, fix it up. Which kind of defeats the purpose of doing it to start with. All you do is this. You get your 2 wires like so, Dodgy Brothers style. Twist it over like that, over the top, like that. You've got it like that, just so you've got the solder in the middle. through. There we go. So it's sort of sitting over the middle, and that'll melt in theory over the top of the wires, fusing them together, and then you've got your heat shrink on there, and hey presto, it looks like a professional job. Let's give it a crack, shall we? See what we can burn. I'm just going to trim all this back just to make it a bit easier for myself. So I can hold all this back out of the way whilst I'm burning everything else. Here we go. Starting to smoke up a bit there. So we can see, guys. Shrink that down a bit. So you're just going to be careful you don't heat up the wires too much. But there's the end result. Still looks like it's not quite melted in there, but if you give it a bit of a pull, it survives a pull test. So that's all you need. And oh, that's a bit hot. So yeah, so it's definitely worked. Now just got to do the other one. And then Bob's your auntie, because it's 2020 and that's how people are these days. Get your shit together! No, numb nuts. Yeah, sounds like an old battleship for now. There we go, guys. Professional looking job. Now to set fire to it. Come on, lighter, don't run out on me now. Yeah, just like I bought one, and just in time. Don't know if you can. I don't know if you can see that, but she's nicely welded together. Sticky. Right, good job, bro. Good job. And there we have it, guys. Just going to run a bit of tape up over that. Just a bit of extra insulation. And Bob's your auntie, she's done. Thanks you all for watching. See you next time.